Guys, welcome to Depression Quest. I am with,
Epic Russian for you.
and we're gonna both get depressed and kill ourselves.
Oh,
Yep.
an interactive nonfiction about living with depression by Zoe Quinn, Patrick Lindsay, and Isaac Shankler. Show menu,
Thank
escape.
you for playing.
All right,
Begin.
so Depression Quest is basically a game where you live as a person with depression. It's a simulator, which for me, I'm not that depressed, but Nathaniel is.
Yay. Okay.
All right, so,
Okay, I'll read the first thing, and then you read the second
all right,
thing.
all right. All right.
It is early on a Monday morning. You are a mid-20s human being. You have a significant other named Alex, who you are very rather fond of, that you have been seeing exclusively for the past few months. The rest of your social circle consists of a variety of friends and acquaintances, some of whom you met at your day job, which is a little boring, but pays the rent. You'd like to be doing more with your life, as would your parents, but you're still in the process of figuring out what that means and how to go about it. You're also dealing with motivation issues that sometimes make dealing with these things difficult. You feel like this is probably your fault, and on bad days can feel inwardly angry and down on yourself for being lazy. But you're not quite sure how you can break out of it, or how other people deal with these feelings and seem so very functional. You spend a lot of nights fixating about this, but never seem to do anything about it other than lose sleep.
All right.
Next page.
It's an unseasonably warm Wednesday morning. You've spent the past several hours at work. The past week or so, you found your job motivation flagging more so than usual. You've been in fog practically all day today, simply going through the motions without realizing even what you've been doing half the time. And yet time seemed to be moving at half speed. You're so checked out that when your boss approaches, you two, you wait. Spelling error. You two tell you wait approaches you to it's not spelling error. God damn it, Nathaniel. You two to tell you that it's dead and you can go home early. It barely registers. As you walk home, the streets hiss from the recent rainfall. You know that your significant other will be in classes until late. Another couple rests hours at least. You briefly consider using these oh my god, new word. Serendipitous solitude to catch up on that project that you've been working on haphazardly for the past few months. As soon as you think about the work that awaits you at home, you can feel the panic creeping in from the back of your brain, unbidden. All you can think about is how far behind you are. The amount of work seems nothing less than insurmountable. By the time you arrive home and change out of your comfortable work clothes, the stress is weighing down on you like a heavy, wet wool blanket. Your computer seems to be staring you down from your desk, and you want to sit down and work, but the mere thought of trying to work sends your stress levels flying. More than anything, you feel suddenly and absolutely exhausted. You feel a strong desire to simply hide in bed. Do you? 1. Order some food, grab a drink, and hunker down for a night of work. I have 1 crossed out for some reason.
Yep, same for me. I'm gonna hit 2.
Oh, 2?
Okay, my turn. You make a stop at your fridge, turn your favorite playlist on, and sit down to start working. You open the last file you were working on, and as soon as your hands touch the keyboard, your mind goes blank. All of the motivation and ideas you had when you arrived home vanish in a flash. Your brain seizes up, and you find yourself physically incapable of any sort of productive thought. You take a break to loosen up, popping into your email box, Twitter, and various other internet-based distraction folder. YouTube. Frustratingly, this pattern continues throughout the course of the evening. As soon as you try and focus on work, your brain diverts all its energy away from the task at hand. While you keep flipping back to your work, you find the sheer mental effort involved in keeping your brain focused is overwhelming and tiring. A few Twitter arguments, YouTube videos, and sparse amounts of actual work later, your playlist flip back to track 1, and the ice in your glass has all but melted, diluting the last dregs of coke you were nursing. You took at the clock and realized a few hours have passed since you sat down at work and have a negligible process. I can just wake up early tomorrow and catch up, you think to yourself as you climb into bed, even though you know that never actually happens. You are very depressed. You spend a large amount of time sleeping, hating yourself, and have very little energy or motivation. You are not currently seeking a therapist, and you are not currently taking medication for depression.
Alright, next. Oh, look at that. An iPhone corner of it, though. It's a mild Friday afternoon. Alex calls you from one of her classes telling you there's going to be a really awesome birthday party tonight at her apartment that one of her roommates is throwing. You've hung out with this roommate a few times with Alex, and you get along well enough, but aren't particularly close. You don't have work in the morning, and you have nothing else in particular to do tonight. You are feeling kind of run down, but you have been fatigued most of the time lately. You mentioned that you're feeling ill because you're not so sure how else to explain those feelings to someone else, and say that you aren't quite sure that you can make it tonight. There's a second of silence over your phone, but you can swear you can hear the sound of your partner's face fall. She tries to convince you anyways. You haven't seen her this week, and she sounds pretty insistent that you come over. She even drops a few suggestively worded hints that you can stay over with them tonight after the party. What should you do? Agree to go? Just not feeling well and can't make it. Or,
I'm going to
alright,
go.
hold on. You are very depressed. You spend a large amount of time sleeping, hating yourself, and you have very little energy or motivation. You are not currently seeing a therapist, and you are not currently taking any medication for depression. Agree to go. Okay. I like the
You
music.
agree to go. I know. You agree to go. Even though you're really not feeling social, you know it's important to Alex, and you really like to see her. Seeing her does make you feel better sometimes, and you hope that this is the case tonight, even if it does merely deal with all the unusual social anxiety. The time to leave rolls around, and you grab your overnight bag. Alex's apartment is a short walk away, and there are already people hanging out on the porch. You feel your chest tighten as you approach the building and try to steel your nerves. You quickly find your partner chatting away with the birthday girl, and Alex immediately lightens up when she sees you. I'm so happy you came! I wasn't sure if you were going to make it. A young man taps her on the shoulder, and she turns back to you to apologize and let you know that they have something to do after the party. Alex hands you a beer and plants a kiss on your cheek before going off to deal with whatever came up. As you look around, you don't see anyone else you recognize.
Alright, how about five? Proceed to drink in earnest, hoping it makes you feel less uncomfortable.
Yeah, let's get drunk.
Yeah, dude. Alright. After
Nothing changed at the bar.
Alright. After Alex walks away, you're not quite sure what to do with yourself. Scanning the places yields nothing. And you're not sure where your girlfriend or the birthday girl got off to. You look at the beer in your hand, and you know you care a lot less about everything in general when tipsy. But you know you should avoid getting drunk and possibly emotional. You quickly down the beer, hoping that it will loosen you up a little. And you down a few more as quickly as your stomach will let you handle the carbonation comfortably. And you wait for it to take effect. By the time it does, Alex has already returned and is introducing you to people. However, all that drinking accomplished was making you even more tired and unfocused, and you stick to your girlfriend for the rest of the night, staying fairly quiet in group conversations. Later that night, as the two of you are both tipsy and dozing off, Alex cuddles up to you and lightly slurs. I'm really glad you turned up tonight. To be honest, I really didn't think you'd show. It's really cool. You did. Really. You know she meant it lovingly, but you're not quite sure how you feel about that statement. Next. Alright, your turn. Whoa, hold on.
Pausing, waiting and pausing, waiting and pausing. Oh, my computer's at risk. Screw you, computer. Danny! Russian! Hello? Is anybody there? Well, we're gonna pause the video.